Hello and welcome. In this video we'll be taking a look at the latest update of the LAHAK F-16 Indigo Sufa, which has now been upgraded to version 1.1. And in this upgrade, bug fixes such as wing flex, bomb issues and sounds have now been sorted out. Improvements such as texture improvements, some new liveries, lights improvement, and also improvements to the collision model. And also, the big one for this update is the introduction of Spice 2000 and the Delilah cruise missile. So, I've got all of that coming up in this video. So we're just going to have a look at the model now in the configuration editor. Now, you can see there are some improvements to the textures. Go through them all. The bats, Negev, the 1, 5601, which is my favourite, and now a Polish work in progress, which looks really good, and the F-16 Banshee Squadron livery, which I really like. That does look good, I've got to say. On the rails on 3 and 7 I've got that's the Spice 2000, that's the Delilah cruise missile. So those will be looked at in more detail in different sections. Just to give some more news on the LAHAK F-16 Indigo. They've now collaborating with Zeus and some other modders to bring you, which will now be a complete project F-16. So it's not just going to be the Sufa, it's going to be the F-16C and D, and as well as the B, the E, F, F2 and the F2B, which is a Japanese variant. So yeah, we've got all of that to look forward to, and obviously the Polish skin being implemented into this so far is showing you that that is already in progress. So some exciting times ahead. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at the Spice 2000 and the Delilah. Now we're going to take a look at launching a couple of Delilah cruise missiles. These pretty much take the place of the AGM-154A and pretty much have the same launch procedure, for which I'm going to go through now. So, master arm on, go to Ed Grandmaster. As you can see, we've got, well, it even says there A154A, just to prove my point, but I can guarantee I don't have any JSOs on the hard points at all. Now, power up. As you can see, it says ready. Normally there'd be a countdown timer for the inertial navigation system, but it's instant on this. We're in the pre-planned targeting area, and we are just launching the one. We can change that to launch 2 off the same rail, or 1 from each side, and we can even put in our separation from each missile on there, but we'll stick to 1 because I want to show 1 in pre-planned targeting area and 1 in visual. So what we need to do now is to get the targeting pod up. Do that now. As you can see, we're not soy, so we'll soy that, and we will try and hunt down my little airfield that I use for target practice, and put in a narrow zoom in a little bit, and we'll go for the left hand side of the group. We'll try and go for that. Okay, so now it's in pre-planned, so what it will do, it will follow instructions to steer point 1, and then it will take the targeting queuing instructions from the targeting pod. So we launch one off the rail. Doing this in auto pause just to make things a little bit simpler. So there goes one. Now that'll be on its way to steer point 1, and what I'll do is I'll speed up the process now. Okay, so it should start getting its queuing, target queuing from the targeting pod. So let's see if it goes for the target that I've selected. And it has, brilliant. Okay, so that's pre-planned. Now what we'll do is we will switch over to visual. Now in this mode what will happen is they'll launch a cruise missile. The Delilah has the ability to loiter over targets, and what will happen is the Wizzo in the back will hunt down targets and send the information to the missile, and then that will go to the target. Unfortunately, I don't think there's the ability to let it loiter at the moment and then give it the targeting information. So at the moment it's just purely setting this up as you would visually, but we don't have a Wizzo seat at the moment available to do that sort of thing. So at the moment the HUD is the point of interest. So we will again look for the airfield. So we want the right hand side. We'll lock that in, and then what we'll do is we will go over to the targeting pod, make that soy, and as you can see it's moved. So what we'll do is we'll go for the targets that have moved over towards the little bunkers over there, and this is what this mode is purely for, and we'll lock that in and launch. Okay, so that's in visual mode. It's off towards the target box that we've got in the HUD there. Once it gets closer, the more refined target information will come from the targeting pod. So if we go to F6, and again it should get its target information from the targeting pod. So we'll see if it hits the target I designated. And it has. Excellent. Well, skimmed the top by the looks of things, but close enough. But yeah, that's the Delilah cruise missile. Awesome little addition when used right. Obviously I haven't, so I apologise in that sense, but you get the idea. So that's it for the Delilah. Next up we have the Spice 2000 £2,000 guided munitions on 3 and 7, and you can see we're in air to ground mode again. We just need to power up, and it says GB, well, I would say GBU 31B, but it's not, it is the Spice 2000, and we're heading towards steer point 1, and once the indicator drops to the datum we'll be able to drop the bomb. I've set up two steer points just to show you that 2 separate bombs can go to 2 separate steer points. So as we get a little bit closer, there we go, it's starting to drop now. Hold the pickle button, there goes one, and there goes the other. Should be on separate waypoints, so sorry, steer points. Okay, so steer point 1 hit, steer point 2 hit. Excellent, exactly where they needed to be. So there you go, that's the Spice 2000, simple to set up, quite deadly, a lot of collateral damage, big bangs, exactly what we like. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, and I will catch you in the next one.